What's up, guys? Welcome to a special holiday vlog.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hey guys, my name's James.
And I'm Ashley.
Last year we sold our house and we're traveling across the country with our kids.
Hi, my name's Goose, and this is Maverick. Come join us!
We have so many gifts to cover that we've actually organized them into categories because I think we have over 30 gifts that we're going to be talking about.
And organization is key.
Before we get started, guys, I want to let you know that all of these ideas will be listed down below in these categories, and they'll have links to all the different sites so you can learn more about it or check out the reviews we've done on those specific items. So I just want to let you know, if you don't want to watch this full video because it'll probably be pretty long, you can jump directly to the category you want down below.
Definitely make sure that you're doing your research and that you're, that this is exactly what you want and that it's exactly what the RVer wants.
Yeah, that's why I love Amazon, because you can see all the reviews down below and get a quick at a glance, like, oh, 5,000 people have reviewed this. It's got to be good, versus it's got one review at 2 stars.
Yeah.
Probably don't want that. So our first category is RV gadgets. Who doesn't love a good gadget? Tire pressure monitoring systems. We've talked about this before. That is a great gift for any RVer. They will thank you tremendously.
So next would be, at least for me, a collapsible wagon. That has come in handy, whether for laundry, hauling things out to the beach,
Taking children on walks.
Like, it's just come in extremely handy.
Next, I'm actually going to have a category within a category. So, blocks, whether it be chocks for your tires, the Lego blocks for leveling out your...
Are they actually called Lego blocks?
No, they're not. I just like to call
That's
them.
what we call them.
Or one of the newer, more popular things, the Anderson chocks, which are those like wedges that are curved. I've seen a lot of people use those. We personally don't have any experience with them, but we've heard lots of good reviews. So chocks, blocks, and levelers, those would be the 3 in that category that would be great for any RVer.
Chocks, blocks, and make sure the trailer doesn't rock. That's right. Like Dr. Seuss up in this business. Next for us would be walkie-talkies. They don't have to be the most amazing in the world, but let's not get the ones, that have Minnie Mouse on
Don't get the Mickey Mouse ones. Yeah, for backing up the trailer, or even if you are, like, say you're going on a hike and you want to split up into different groups, being able to talk to each other is nice. So yeah, walkie-talkies for sure.
Or if you want to be awesome and play hide and go seek, or like Marco Polo,
The
but
girls,
with walkie-talkies.
the girls have probably used it more as toys than we have for backing up. Speaking of backing up, backup camera is a great addition for any RVer, whether they have a Class C, travel trailer, fifth wheel. Backup cameras are great. We just got one this season. We went a full year without one. But honestly, I love it for backing up, because that's a given. But the one I have has a microphone in it, so she can actually talk to me. Again, if we don't have cell service, we don't need that walkie-talkie. She can talk into the camera, and I can hear her there. But also, for just driving in general, it's kind of like having a review mirror. So when I'm changing lanes or whatnot, or see if anybody's behind me, I can use that as basically as a review mirror, and it's great.
It sounds like you're saying review instead of rear
view mirror.
Next thing that I love are water filters. I'm kind of picky on my water. It's sad but true. And so water filters, I love them. We have one for the outside that connects to our hose.
I would say that one's kind of key. I think any RVer should have those exterior water filters, because you never know what your water is going to be like. But then Ashley goes above and beyond.
I have one on our kitchen sink. And then if I really don't like the water, I actually have one of those cups that have a filter in it as well.
So she's got triple filtered water. When she's feeling for that icky water, she triple filters it. Which sometimes I do admit that the water can be nasty at some RV parks or whatever, but usually double filtered is good enough for me. Next up is one that no RVer should go without, and the benefit as far as a gift goes, even if they already have it, they will always need more. pooper tabs. Pooper tabs are a must.
It's a great stocking stuffer.
Yeah, so you can get a big box of them, like a big tub, or you can get a little bag if you want to put it in a stocking. I highly recommend the orange scented ones. The citrus is always better than we tried mint. The mint ones did not work. Anyway, so pooper tabs are key, and even if they already have a bunch, they're gonna need more.
The next one that I have loved is the fifth wheel tripod. It's amazing. You go from like doing this when you're walking or someone else is moving to, you know, actually not doing the wiggle wobble.
That one's definitely a little more niche. So if you have a travel trailer or a Class A
Yes,
or whatever, you know, it's
true.
only for fifth wheel owners. But if you do have a fifth wheel, or your person you're buying for has one, tripods are excellent. Next up for gadgets is the Wii Boost, or any sort of cell signal booster. They are key. If your RVer likes to go out to more remote areas, or even some RV parks we've gone to, your cell coverage can be a bit spotty. So this Wii Boost will take like one bar and boost it up to something usable, so you can watch Netflix, search YouTube,
Or, you know, make phone calls.
or make phone calls. We really use it for the 4G boosting more so than the cell boosting, because even in some remote areas, usually your cell coverage is better than your 4G. But Wii Boost, great gift.
Next one that works for us, and we actually have asked for it this Christmas, is a hiking backpack. Now, it kind of depends if your RVer actually likes to go out and hike.
But I mean,
and-
come on, who doesn't like to hike?
Yeah. And for us, we actually asked for a child's hiking backpack so that we can carry Maverick around and...
Oh, I didn't even think about a non-child carrying backpack.
Yeah, they have those too. Not just for children. There's those, or some sort of water camelback. Those are amazing, so that you don't have to clip your water bottles to your
You can even buy
pants.
the inserts. You don't have to buy the expensive backpack. If they already have a backpack, you can just buy the insert pouch, which is actually what I want to do. Wink, wink, stocking stuffer.
What?
So camelbacks are great. Next up is a cool, inexpensive gift that any RVer or homeowner, to be honest, will love, is motion-activated exterior LED lights. We got one of these for out on the outside where our fill adapters and power hookups and everything are, because for some reason the RV manufacturer decided not to put any lights out there, so if we got there at dark, it was pitch black.
Saw nothing.
And then I loved it so much, we actually went back and bought 3 more, so we now have 1 on this side, 1 on the back, and then 2 on the front. And the best part is, since they are solar paneled, they never need to be replaced. The batteries have been going in that one for over a year now, because it turns off when there's no motion, but then when it sees you, it turns on automatically. It is ideal. It's one of those as seen on TV things.
And we love them.
Super great. And it was like, what, $15 for the light?
Yeah, and it just sticks on.
Honestly, that's probably one of my top inexpensive gifts for RVers right there, because it is amazing.
Another great stocking stuffer that is inexpensive is a cigarette lighter adapter.
A cigarette lighter inverter. Pluggy inner thingamajigger.
It's a plugger inner thingy. I know what it is when I see it.
You know what it does.
I know what it does because I love it.
So you may have heard us talking about the inverter that we hooked up to our trailer to run all of our power, but what she's talking about is those little plugs that you can go in your actual truck or car, so that way you can charge your laptop, or any of the normal 120 volt things can plug into, and you can charge anything on the road. They are quite handy.
Lovely.
We had that long before we had the inverter in our actual trailer. Next up is actually one that I've always wanted, but we have never splurged to get, is a... You what?
I don't think we would have the room.
Yeah,
That's the other thing you need to make sure is that the RVer has room.
Has the room for this. But we have talked to multiple people that have these, and I've used it, and I think it's awesome. Propane fire pits. We would have campfires so much more often if we had a propane fire pit.
And if we didn't join him, James would have them on his own.
I would, because the reason we don't have fire pits is because we hate everybody smelling like smoke. And there's a certain nostalgia about that, which is nice, but being able to have a campfire and then come into your trailer and not smell like smoke, that would be awesome. As well as, there are some areas that don't let you have burn fires with wood because of the fire ban, but sometimes they will still allow you to use your propane fire pits because it's contained, doesn't spark, and ash doesn't go everywhere. So they're actually safer and more versatile, as well as not smelling like smoke.
Another one that I've loved, and I actually, when we went to the East Coast and we're in more lightning storms and all of that stuff, surge protectors. Making sure that you protect your RV is important.
We didn't have one for the longest time, but it gives you that peace of mind.
Yes.
Next category is houseware or household items. Is that a good name for it?
Sure. Why not?
The number one thing that we actually got on our travels, because we learned about it from other RVers.
We got it for Christmas last year.
Is an Instapot. This thing has been key. As a consumer of food, I can approve of how great it is. Plus, it just cooks things so much faster. If you've never heard of an Instapot, whether you live in a home, a trailer, an apartment, they are awesome.
As a maker of food, it is quite a bit quicker, and I don't use as many dishes.
And then speaking of cooking food, the next one is a
air fryer. We actually thought it was a little... we didn't think we'd use it.
We thought it was gimmicky, to be honest.
Yes, and we've used it quite a bit because it is delightful.
All these things that make cooking simpler and more compact and cleaner.
Well, and healthier. It's an air fryer. It fries your food with heat.
Without the grease and
Without
the oil.
the grease and the oil and all of that.
All right, next one, which I really think we need to replace ours, is a handheld vacuum. There are all sorts of brands out there, whether it be Dyson or Black & Decker. What are some of the other? Dirt Devils. All sorts of, but basically any of these compact, powerful little vacuums with bristles that turn are excellent for RVers because we don't have room for a full-size vacuum. But usually RVs still have some sort of carpet in it, whether it be underneath the dining table, which seems silly, or in the bedrooms. There are areas that are nice to be able to vacuum up. Or when we're sweeping, we sweep it up into a pile and then we actually vacuum up our piles and get it in the cracks and crevices. So little vacuums are excellent.
Always gotta clean the crack. Next would be a dehumidifier. For RVs, we feel that it's pretty key because it's the same for RVs as it is for houses. You don't want mold. So dehumidifiers help with that.
And there's a couple that we actually have. We have one that's electric that we use when we have hookups, but we actually recently, because we've been doing so much more boondocking...
You okay?
Yeah.
But recently, since we've actually been doing a lot more boondocking, we went and bought some of those dehumidifier pellets almost. So you basically have these different containers, some that we hang in our closets, some that we have up on the top in areas around that trailer that just absorb moisture in the air. They're not going to work near as well as an electric dehumidifier, but they help when you don't have that power. Another item that, again, is both great for RVers as well as people in homes is a Bluetooth speaker. We are lucky enough that actually our trailer came wired with Bluetooth speakers, so we didn't have to buy one, but we have both our family and our friends have Bluetooth speakers, and
We love them.
and they are excellent for being able to play music outside while you're picnicking or when you're doing dishes or whatever. You can have music playing.
At the beach, wherever.
Yeah.
And you don't have to just have your small,
Playing it off your
speaker.
phone isn't near as well. So that is a great inexpensive item, is a Bluetooth speaker.
Next one that I would love is command strips, or like those 3M hooks or whatever. Oh man, they're everywhere in this place.
They are amazing.
Yes, they are an RVer's best friend when you want to decorate or just make sure things stay put.
Artwork, hanging posters, holding our broom in place.
Yeah, wet towels. We have them in our
shower.
We have them in our shower, so that when we come back from the beach or anything like that, we can hang our wet towels, our swimsuits, everything, and we don't have to worry about where to put.
And you can't get much better stocking stuffer than a little 3M hook.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
Next item is something that we love, but we actually haven't been using it a whole lot lately, I'm surprised, is our RV mat. Oh, yeah. These are great for if you're going to an area and you're going to actually be there for more than a few days, is you can put out this mat, get your lawn chairs out, and it gives you like a front porch for your RV. So that way if the kids want to go out there and play, they're not getting all muddy and sandy or stepping like here. We have those crabgrass, so we can put it over the grass and then you can actually go outside and walk around. So RV mats are
and Apollo
excellent.
can lay down on it. Yeah. It makes it nicer.
And then tying into that for outside stuff is
picnic tablecloths.
Picnic table. Ashley's actually gotten 2 different RV picnic.
I do have 2 different ones. They don't take up a whole lot of room. Let's be honest.
They collapse up nicely.
They collapse really nicely. So we have one that we can use any time of the year, and then I do have a fall one. I've thought about a Christmas one. Let's not lie to anybody. Getting things that are themed, I love that. I love to have little decorations around. I always have decorated our houses, and so living in an RV hasn't changed that. This is still our house. I will still decorate and make everything feel holiday-esque.
Our tree is just a little smaller.
A little bit.
Last up for household items are electric space heaters. If you're boondocking, not such a great gift. But if your RVer likes to go to RV parks where they're going to have power, electric space heaters are key because you won't be wasting your propane, keeping your trailer nice and toasty.
And you can have your dehumidifier going at the same time. All right, next category is obviously my favorite, tools.
Now, you may not think about tools as maybe you do for a Christmas gift, but in my mind, I didn't immediately go to tools as far as Christmas gifts go.
He goes to tech.
Yeah, the gadgets is my category. First off, the simplest, easiest tool would be just a good, large crescent wrench. All my crescent wrenches were these little tiny things. It didn't fit any of the big tools or any of the big bolts that I needed. So going out and buying a good, big-sized crescent wrench is simple, versatile, and quite handy. Should I just take the rest of the tools?
No, totally got this. You need a large socket set and torque wrench. Not reading it from anything right now. These are amazing because you torque and you socket and everything is good.
You've seen me use this, whether it be changing the lug nuts on the trailer.
Yes, that is definitely what I've used it for.
Or when we were putting the rack on the dirt bike in the back, tightening down all those things.
That was difficult for me too.
This is definitely not as needed as like a crescent wrench, but having a torque wrench where you can set the foot-pounds and whatnot has come in quite handy because the lug nut wrench that your trailer comes with probably is pretty chintzy like ours, like it's bendable and it doesn't give you actual foot-pounds. But if you get a torque wrench, you can see exactly how many foot-pounds you're torquing down your lug nuts on your wheels, and it gives you that peace of mind.
Yeah, those foot-pounds.
Along the lines of tools, something that RVers might not realize is most of your screws in your trailer are not going to be your normal Phillips or flathead screws. They're actually called a Robinson screw, which is a fancy name for those little square screws that you might see. So if your RVer does not have any of those bits or screwdrivers specifically designed for that square Robinson screw, they're not going to be able to do anything with their cupboards. They're not going to be able to tighten anything that gets loose. So a Robinson, whether it be a bit or a screwdriver specifically, is key.
Next one is a handheld PSI reader.
And what is that?
It goes on your tire and it goes and tells you the pressure.
So if you don't have a tire pressure monitoring system, or even if you do, having a handheld reader is nice because when you're filling up your tires, you can get an exact digital readout of what it is. Or if you have dirt bikes or toys, it's always nice for that as well.
And I've used it like twice. So I take offense to the fact that you didn't think I knew. I knew. And I know when you ask me for it, I know where to go in the pickup to get it.
You actually know where it's located.
I need to add a girl. Because that was...
Atta-girl. Last up on tools is, I don't know if it's really a tool, I guess it is kind of, but generators. Generators are excellent for any RVer, whether you have a solar setup like we do, or whether they are just brand new RVers with no solar. Being able to have that generator to, one, allow you to boondock, but two, if for some reason your batteries do run out and your slides are out or your jacks are down, you don't want to have to try and manually crank those back in. So being able to get a generator to give you that power when you need it is awesome. And you don't have to get like a 4,000, 6,000 watt generator. You can get a little tiny one like we have our Ours is the little Kawasaki 1800 watt generator, and it does great. And I think it was like $400, maybe $350. So
It's a Costco special.
as far as like generators go, that's super affordable. And next category is definitely my.
Oh yeah, it's definitely his favorite.
Clothing. This may seem weird. Actually, I don't know. Clothing is a pretty normal Christmas gift, I guess. But as far as specific clothing for RVers go, hiking boots. Hiking boots are something that I wish I've had for years, but I've just been using high tops in my sneakers. So a good...
Come on now.
Ugly sweaters are also a great gift. And actually, if you guys are curious in where we got our ugly sweaters, there's actually a coupon code down below where you can use that and get a discount on the place we got our ugly sweaters. It's an online store. They have a huge selection of whether it be Christmas vacation sweaters or 3D puppets sticking out of your chest.
Home Alone, all that kind of stuff. But obviously we love the Griswolds.
Yeah.
And we love, Christmas.
How could I not do
Vacation.
this? If you didn't see last year's Christmas card,
You should pop it up. No. Bing. And they're actually quite comfortable. It's the first ugly sweater I have ever had, and I didn't think it would be comfortable, but
yeah, I actually quite like it.
Next would be hats. Because, let's be honest, showers don't always happen. I didn't think I would wear them as much as I do, but I do.
And I love, I've been acquiring hats all along. This one, I think, where's this one from? Oh, this one's from Wall Drug. So when we were outside of Mount Rushmore, I have ones from Moab. It's really cool to have. I'm not so much a shirt person of where we've been. I'm more of a hat person of where we've been. But again, they're practical as well because you don't always have time to shower and get ready. You can just throw on a hat and you're good to go. And next up on clothing is a little shameless self-promotion. If you guys are interested in some Chicks Life gear, I'm sure you've seen me wear the Chicks Life hat or the shirts. I'll link that up down below if you guys want to see some of our gear and help support us in that way. That would be awesome. And last category is memberships. This one is a broad category, but extremely beneficial to RVers. First off, I would say the simplest and cheapest membership. I put air quotes around that because it's quite loose, but the app All Stays is key for any RVer. I think it's only like $10 for the app, and we
love it.
We use it every time we're on the road.
It's the RVer Bible.
It's like the number one thing we go to. There are some other apps out there that work great. Like iOverlander is one we've been using lately for BLM lands and searching for boondocking spots. But I would say the number one go-to app amongst any RVers we've seen has been the All Stays app.
Yeah. Another one that isn't real expensive is the Passport America membership.
Yeah, I believe that one's only $50 for the year.
Yeah, and it just gives different discounts at certain places. You can stay for so many days, and they'll give you a discounted rate, which is always really nice.
And it's usually a big discount, like 50% discount on the stay. Now, it's not going to be as numerous as, like, say, a Good Sam discount, because Good Sam's at a ton of RV parks. But there are hundreds, if not thousands, of Passport America parks that you can get 50% stay at. And so, for $50... you stay 2 or 3 nights at an RV park and it already pays for itself.
Yeah.
Another subscription that we have been thinking about, at least I have, is Boondockers Welcome. That is a great one for being able to search for areas where you can actually kind of driveway surf or stay at people's properties. Think of like Airbnb for RVs. People rent out or actually for free loan out their property to say, hey, I have some property or I have a big driveway. You can come park here for 1 or 2 nights. And then there's reviews so you can see what other people have thought about it. Sometimes they'll actually have power or hookups or places for you to dump, or a lot of times it's just a driveway for you to park in.
Which is always nice as well.
But that's something we've been looking into because in a lot of the cities or places on the East Coast, there's no BLM land, or it's tough to find a place to boondock for free. So I've actually strongly considered looking into that. So I don't have firsthand experience with it, but I'm definitely have heard good things about it, and I'm thinking strongly about getting it. And I believe, again, that's less than $50 for the annual subscription. And a similar app to that is Harvest Hosts, but instead of people's houses, it's like vineyards or orchards or usually farm-related type things, hence Harvest Hosts, that you can go and stay at and have a beautiful view and stay there for free. And usually you can patronize them if they sell wine or whatnot and then kind of give back to them. But
Which I'm fine with.
But that's another great app for boondockers.
Another one that you can do is AAA, or like he mentioned earlier, Good Sam. It's gonna be a little more expensive just because it offers you not only discounts at certain places, but it's going to help them if they ever get stuck on the side of the road, or if they need...
Which we used, if you saw our dirt bike fail video.
Yes, we have used it. So thank you, Aunt Lori, for our AAA.
My aunt actually, for the first year of us traveling, gifted us the AAA membership.
Which was
and
amazing.
we loved it so much, we renewed it this year.
Yes.
So AAA, Good Sam, any of those are great gift ideas. Next up, and actually I think last gift idea is... on the pricier side, but if you have someone that you really want to get a good gift to,
you really love them,
is 1,000 Trails camping pass.
Yes.
For about $500, you can basically, to keep it simple, stay at 1,000 Trails parks across the country as much as you want. If you want more details about that, we have a full video going into detail that'll link up right there.
There are obviously caveats to all of it,
but we used that so much in our first year of RVing. We probably paid like $1 a night once we figured out our prices for how maybe not that cheap, but like $5 or $10 a night.
It was great.
It was excellent. I'd highly suggest that if your RVer is a RV park type of RVer. And that does it for our gift ideas for RVers. Again, we covered so much. All this will be listed down below in those categories with links to the different sites so you can learn more about it, or our review videos. If you have any questions about any of this, leave us a comment down below. But hopefully you guys have an amazing holiday season. And until next time, guys, remember, stay positive, get out there. Life is an adventure.
So make some memories.